here we go, kicking off the show tonight.
Vive le vent d'hiver, qui s'en va sifflant, soufflant dans les grands sapins verts. Oh, vive le temps d'hiver. Boule de neige, jour de l'an et bonne année grand-mère.
That's all we're singing.
Wow,
That's a blast from the past.
my goodness, I feel like I'm 5 years old again.
Well, it isn't like
I remember being in elementary school and having my mom and dad come to the school and watch me on stage singing those songs. Like, I vividly remember
I still remember all the lyrics. I was at one point in primary school, I was on like the Santa Claus float, and we had to learn these songs by heart to be able to sing them.
And
And
you were like in the parade?
Yeah, in the parade. I was
In
on the
Sudbury?
float. Yeah, in
No,
Sudbury.
you're in Quebec.
On Sudbury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the French Catholic school board.
See, there is things I don't know about him.
And he didn't even know this. And I had to
No clue
sing,
about
I had to
this.
learn carols in French by heart. And I have a very good memory. I still remember one of my. I still remember part of my speech I had to learn for Shakespeare Macbeth in high school. If it were not, I can't remember all the words right now, but I had to memorize, and I still the other day I said it.
The only thing I remember was from English class, and it was oh, my love is like a red, red rose that deeply springs in. I got
Caught
that
in your nose.
Yeah, no, but it's a poem called Oh My Love, and it was.
If it were done, once it's done, it were well, but done quickly.
Yeah.
With the apothecary, something like that.
Oh wow, it's so weird how things bring back
memories,
other memories and how
memories.
things get sparked that way.
So let's start off with some celebrations.
Excellent.
Anybody, please in chat on YouTube, Facebook, Zoom, anywhere, share your celebrations, anything, successes, anything, any challenges, anything that you did well. It does not have to be weight related. I was up 2 pounds this week. 2.2
Me
to
too.
be exact.
I was up 2 pounds this week as well.
Woohoo!
But still within goal and still within
maintenance. So
right
I'm
now.
still, I was 170.6, my goal weight's 170, I have a 2 pound above range, I'm all good.
And I was at 175.3.
And I did want to talk about something today that someone had posted in the group. Jen had asked about, why are we still happy when we still weigh in every week? So she said she watched your video this week when we weighed in, and she said, I wish I could get to the same happiness where you guys see a 2 pound gain and you're still happy even though you have a 2 pound gain. And I explained in the comments for her, and I want to share with you all today. It's not that we're glad, like, oh yay, celebration that we're gaining weight. The thing is that we've understood that we have a range.
We're looking at the bigger picture.
We're looking at the bigger picture. My range is 180 pounds. If I see any weight under 180, any direction, I am happy. When I get closer and closer to 180, when I start going over 180 is when I know I have to course correct and things have to change. But I have a range. I'm at 170.6. I'm way below that range of what I want to keep below. So anytime I weigh myself and I still see that happen, I'm happy. And you're the same way.
And I'm exactly the same way. We don't stress about this little fluctuation because we know that that's what maintenance means to us.
Yeah.
That's where we feel comfortable. We know we no longer look at one specific weight. We give ourselves a range. And that's where it allows us to be more real, more realistic.
Because we've said it before, maintenance is not always the same weight.
There's going to be weeks where we can do hardcore activity, where we're going to be working out because we feel great and everything's on par and we are just working no problem.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be weeks that might be a little bit harder to get that activity in.
Yeah.
It might be a body ache. It might be a mind place. So by allowing us to have that range, we know that those weeks can happen and it's okay.
So you want to do some celebrations from Facebook?
Yes, definitely.
So in Zoom, we had Gwen stayed the same, Bridget down 1.3, 0.5 for Hélène, 7 pounds since December 1st for Jenna.
Leah's
Sherry,
back on, start doing her biking again.
Sherry walked without her walker today.
Yes.
I saw that post. I was so happy to see that. I see a lot of clapping. That was amazing. Arlene 1.5.
Wow,
Heidi
Heidi L down 50 pounds as of yesterday. That's phenomenal.
Rosie's up, but she does not care. She has all sorts of changes in her body.
Lori's been climbing stairs, especially at work, trying to strengthen her legs.
Janet 1.1, 1.6 for Lynn, 1.6 for Debbie. Richard Morse down 5 pounds. Linda Curran, she's down 0.8 and made Tuscan bean soup. We have someone joining us here for the first time after we met them in Baldwin, New York, at Patty's meeting today. So hi Cindy, welcome to the Zoom room. Say hi to, welcome Cindy to the new person. We love having everyone join us.
Hi Ellen.
And Ellen also lost 0.6. She had of the 0.1 that she gained last week, so still below goals. These are amazing. And started jogging. You guys, we love seeing all this stuff. This is what This is what this journey is all about. It's all those small celebrations, and even if you're still struggling right now, the fact that you're here, you're still trying to do something towards your journey. That's what we feel is a huge success for us.
Struggle is part of everybody's life. No one doesn't struggle.
It happens to us. It'll happen to
everybody.
everyone.
Even the person you think does not struggle has their struggles. They go through their own ways of getting out of it, and some people need to share, and we've found this way for us allows us to find strength through every single one of you. So and that's what this community has done, has allowed us to really connect with each other and understand that we're not all the same, but yet everybody can offer guidance and allow us to remodel, as I like to say, our journey. I think this is what we do now as a community, and what we've established.
We did want to do 2 shout outs. So congrats to Jana, 3 years at Lifetime. We saw that. Woo-hoo! And Larry's birthday today, so happy birthday to Larry. And I know there's other birthdays this week. We didn't catch everyone's. If it was your birthday this week, happy birthday. If you're celebrating anything, please. We found out today at the Thornhill with Sergio that there's a lot of celebrations of Lifetime in December.
Oh my goodness!
Sergio's
is next week, if I'm not on the 24th. December 24th is Sergio's, and then Nick will be next weekend. Fingers crossed. 1 week left. He's got it. I'm not that worried.
I'm not worried. I have a plan.
We're gonna make sure we're good this week. We're gonna be doing everything we've been doing ever since.
So this week I got sick. I on Tuesday I started feeling horrible.
We woke up, he started doing a step class, and he looked at me and he's like, I'm getting dizzy. And I'm like, you better stop. Like, that's not good.
And I went back to bed and I slept all day, and then I slept again the next day all day. And then the following day I went back to work, and then what ended up happening is I got stressed. That stress was added on to I had to do all this stuff, and also the event that we were doing, a charity event was going on, I wasn't posting for that, so all that kind of came and crashed down to me, and I went into my dark, deep depression hole that I've talked about before. That happens a lot at this time of year for me. I don't deal well with the darkness, and
it just seems, and I know maybe it's because we're always at home and we're seeing it more, but it's so dark so early right now for us. It feels like by 3 o'clock
all the time.
Always
it's
dark,
and it's just
and we're trying to get out of that, and it's been different. It's been difficult, but you know what? We're talking to all of you.
I'm looking forward to January. I know this is funny, but I'm looking forward because in 2 weeks from now, the days are going to start getting longer again. And I love that time of year, January, February. I know it's freezing like crazy, but the days are getting longer, and it means summer's coming, and I get so excited for summer that I'm like, yay!
And I think a thing that we are missing, and I know that sounds funny, the fact that there is no snow on the ground, there's no reflection of anything, so it's just pitch black. So normally there's snow, so we see light, and it reflects, and it shines, and there's nothing right now.
But you had an energy from me being sick, though? What did you do?
Oh yeah, I worked out 3 days in a row without me. Nick. I actually even went live on Friday because I said, you know what, I'm proud of myself. I thought I never would have done that before. That's something I never would have even thought about. Like
if I was sleeping,
not 3 days in a row. If it was like I work out the day that you stop because I had already started, and then I would just like say, okay, well that was good enough. I'll wait till he gets back to it. And I said, no, I'm not doing that this time. I am not allowing myself to stop where I'm at right now because he's not feeling good. Because what would that have done? It would have just brought me down even more so, probably quicker. I did have my moment. I mentioned it earlier. I had my moment on Friday. I offered it since Nick still had a lot of work to do. I said, I will go do groceries alone. I don't mind doing it. I'd rather you get your work done, and I can leave and come back, and you're not feeling good anyway, so why should you be
And then those 2 hours that he was gone, I was able to tackle a lot of my work, my actual work. And then when I was able to tackle that, I was able to do some of the stuff for WB Gays. I started to be able to post again and catch up. And then by the time he came back, I was in a better mind space because when I was stressed, I was able to calm down and then kind of breathe. And then Friday night, we got to relax. And so by Saturday morning when I woke up, we went to see workshops at 7 a.m. I was already I was already in a happier mood. And then all the workshops this weekend really helped.
Yeah, the workshops are always an uplifter.
Push us back
and
up.
We're telling you all. I know a lot of you from the US are experiencing the new idea of the new changes. We in Canada have already been doing that with the Nationals, and I get the US are probably very different than the Nationals in Canada because you're not just dealing with 50 people, but you're dealing with 140, 150 national workshops and attendees. So it could be even more overwhelming because
there's so many people.
There's so many people.
But don't despair.
Don't
Keep
despair.
shopping around. There's still local workshops in the States. So if you look around and connect, there's still the old groups. If you were going to one in, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and you want to check if there's still limited hours of some of these locations. So you can still look around and see what you can find.
Nick actually had a great idea, everybody. In Facebook, I'll be honest, there's group chats that we've been doing with some friends. And the platform in Facebook for a group chat is very good. So if you have a few people that used to meet at a specific time, do your own little workshop through a group. You know what I mean? Like support each other that way at your regular
still
time.
Have your
still
other
go to
workshop
other workshops
to get the actual
because
topic.
You need the topics and you need that. But there's ways of getting that connection and getting together and not feeling like you're losing those connections.
Well, Ellen told us earlier today. She actually advised that we couldn't make it as we were shopping, but Ellen was she actually had a Zoom chat with some of her WWE peeps that she's met. So it's for us. It's just fun seeing all you guys get together. And this is what this is all about. It's about supporting all ourselves. We, like Jana used to say, it was the fourth pillar WWE.
We've been telling everybody, Jana.
It's fifth pillar
now.
The
fifth pillar.
We keep telling. We shared it today
and
in the States.
It's pillar number 5.
We shared it in the States this morning, and they're like, "Wow,
that's a great one." We're like, "It's not ours.
It's not ours. We stole it." We're pretty honest when we take something. Like we didn't create that one. That was someone else's.
Yeah.
So next thing I want to talk about and bring up is some of these quotes we got this week throughout. We want to talk about. Oh yeah, so I do want to talk some of the quotes we got in our workshop. Yeah. So on Saturday, so throughout the week we still visit our workshops. The topic of the week was the saying no. Being okay with saying no to other people. And I think that's a topic that we really want to actually bring back up and kind of give what we kind of shared at workshops this week about this topic, because we had a similar situation where when we were on our journeys the first 6 years when we struggled, a lot of times when we were trying to show other people what we were doing on our journey, it was always like a negative. If we were telling his mom that we were coming over and we were doing WW, she's like, "Oh, again, I can't make you guys any food." And it's like, that's the mentality we had back then. But this time,
no, we had to educate.
Yeah.
So it's almost in this sense, it was more of a. We didn't want to make her feel like we were saying no, but we felt like we brought her along with us instead of pushing her away in certain ways.
We said no sometimes, but no wasn't a no for every single occasion. No wasn't a no for every meal on that weekend. It was a no maybe for lunches being indulgent, instead having a healthy lunch or a healthy breakfast. And that's what we had to start teaching, is that this wasn't an all or nothing thing. It wasn't all that we can never have anything ever again. It's just that instead of coming over and having all 6 meals being high calorie or sugary or high fat, maybe make 2 of them, those really indulgent meals, and really the ones, lasagna you want, the garlic bread, those things you really want. Maybe make lunch, make a soup. Lunch, make yourself a salad. That's what that was. This journey we had to kind of work around with our families about and kind of discuss. My mom was a little easier because my mom was also trying to be on a health kick as well.
Yeah.
And she did try to gravitate towards the 0 point foods, right, Mom? I know she was here earlier.
And sometimes the saying no was not even just to family and everything. It was saying no to ourselves.
Yeah.
And making sure that we were able to say no to ourselves and realizing that, it's not an easy thing to do. It's not easy to stop doing something because all of a sudden you think that it's not bad that you were doing it, but it's not leading you in the right direction, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's and so don't forget that another thing that came up a lot on during this topic this week was people about being selfish.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's not being selfish. It's self-care. And that was shared by Tracy from the Berry Workshop, and we agree with that completely. A lot of us believe that if we take care of ourselves, we're being selfish. We're taught that. We're taught that if you go get yourself, a beautiful outfit, then oh wow, you should be buying stuff for other people. That's the charitable thing to do. So sometimes we feel guilty about doing stuff for ourselves.
Or even if it's a success, like a work promotion or anything like that. Sometimes it's like we work hard for the things that we achieve in our life, and sometimes it's hard to celebrate it because you feel like people are judging you if you do.
Yeah.
And that's another way, a form of saying no to yourself at that point. Yeah. So it's finding that balance. It's very difficult at times. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's understanding that saying no is not a bad thing either, and saying no sometimes can allow you to grow.
Yeah. So another thing that was brought up, and this was brought up last week by Denise in Livonia, she said, don't worry about Thanksgiving to Christmas, worry about Christmas to Thanksgiving. And I love the power of saying that because we've been sharing the last few weeks about our preparation for Christmas.
And just think of the months that separate those two. When you look at it, it's the words are just flipped.
But there's such a huge difference.
But look at the amount of months in between those two sayings. When you actually calculate it.
8 to 9 months or 1 month.
Yeah.
Or 2 months for Canadians because we have a little bit more time.
Ours in October.
A little more time. So as we've been sharing last few weeks, we've actually started doing our Christmas planning. We first wrote a list of all the foods we wanted. We then negotiated, created a schedule. The next step was creating shopping lists and the exact menu we're having every day. So we're very prepared. We are extremely prepared. What we're saying again is that this is not meaning that we might not stray from this schedule or we might not make different choices. But what we're doing is we're setting a plan. We wrote on here Chinese. When we're ordering our Chinese takeout, we're getting 3 items. If that day we say, no, let's get some noodles too, we might add on to that, but we're actually setting our first plan of what we want to do.
It's boundaries. Yeah. It's, again, setting these boundaries that allow us to see visually what we're planning on having.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Look, this is like the Grinch's bag. It's not Santa, it's the Grinch. But
so another thing that we took care of today is we went to buy all the snacks that we are going to have between the 24th and the 31st. So this means for the next few weeks, we have to show up and show you guys that we still have these items, that we have not eaten them yet.
Yes.
So we actually bought Chicago-style popcorn. We bought ourselves some mixed nuts and stuff at Bulk Barn. So some cashews, some mixed stuff, and he wanted some sweet peanuts or something.
Pralines.
We also got loads of jalapeno chips, ketchup chips, munchies, Miss Vicky's Applewood Smoked Barbecue.
Some of these got squished.
Ruffles.
They're gonna be crumbs.
All dressed. Miss Vicky's sour cream and caramelized onion. And this is for one of our dinners. We don't need to actually put out below. We got
Tony.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
So, again, we said our plan is 1 bag a day for 7 days. So we bought the 7 bags we want to have now. We are going to be putting them away, and we're not touching them the entire time until the 24th. And again, this is trying to plan ahead, trying to stick to that plan. We have other snacks in the house. We don't need to go to those right now. And we know they're coming up. That's another key, guys. Another key with our negotiations with ourselves. A lot of times when we're doing diets, we say, I'm not eating this forever. And when you say, at the time that there's a chip in the house, you can't control yourself because you're like, I have to have it now. I haven't had it in so long. I'm not going to have it again forever. Yeah. Because we know we are planning to have it on that week at Christmas time, because we know it's coming up, we know that we can wait for it. That's the new power that it's given us, knowing that we're no longer ever not having stuff again. It's allowed us to know that it's not fight or famine right here. It's not that I have to have these chips because I'm never going to have them again. These are coming up in 2 weeks' time. I can wait for 2 weeks. It's not going to take that much time for me to get there.
No, exactly.
And I'm not saying something might not happen, but that's our current plan today.
No, that is our plan.
Yep.
I know we're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
I'm
not worried.
I'm completely
I'm not worried at all.
Well, look at that. My timer just went off. You see, I know this is a really weird sixth sense that I have. I have been amazing, and Nick could admit to this. If I set a timer for 20 minutes, I'm usually at the stove like within seconds of before the timer goes off.
Yeah.
Like I'm already opening the stove and he's like, how did you? I'm like, yeah, my timer just went off. It's so weird, and I do this all the time. It's like I have this innate sense of time when I'm cooking something.
So yesterday,
yes,
we had also Christmas with our niece and nephew, my mom, and my sister.
Very interesting.
It was a very interesting Christmas because so in our family, we've explained this before. My family doesn't really celebrate Christmas on Christmas Day because everybody's kind of split up even during regular times. My sister. I don't want to go into the details. Let's just say we always celebrate Christmas before, and so we did it this weekend. And it was interesting because it wasn't like we weren't there to play with the kids and the toys. We talked to them and we were part of it, but we weren't really.
Well,
there,
they got so interested in their toys that they didn't even know we were on the screen anymore. So it was like, okay, this is But it was still fun. It was we were glad we were able to do it. We had dinner with them as well.
Yeah, we made that chicken. Someone was just saying in chat how our Chinese food that we made last night, homemade, looked delicious. It was really good.
The only difficult part was watching them eat lasagna and garlic bread.
Yes.
But
our food was good.
Our food was delicious, but I was like, oh, I haven't had lasagna in a long time. And it was his mom's lasagna, which is really good.
Yeah.
So, but we will get lasagna-ish around for us.
Yeah, at
very
Christmas
soon.
time. And then again, last night we had a video come out. So our favorite thing is the Gaily whipped cream. It's a sprayable whipped cream. We actually released it on Saturday. I'll be posting it across social media this week. Again, I don't post on weekends anymore. I take a break. And so that was our latest favorite thing. And then today we went to the Real Convenience Superstore. We bought those snacks. We bought a lot of the stuff for our week.
We decided we didn't want to wait closer to Christmas to try to get stuff because who knows how the grocery stores are going to look. And so if we pick up a little thing
along the way.
Yeah.
And we are, I guess, like what's cool with us is that, again, knowing that things are coming up for us means that we don't have to run to these things and eat them right away.
And we also realized we have a really good hiding spot.
Yeah.
In our car, in
the parking
P4,
because
garage. We won't go down there for nothing. Like we're like, if it's in the car, we'll wait to go get it.
So we're gonna be hiding. We're being smart, guys. Yeah. We have some self-control, but not that much self-control. We are human. But you know,
those chips were gonna stay in the car until we said, oh, maybe we should show them.
We thought we should show them.
Maybe our plan should be put them back in the car.
No, we're gonna put them in the bag. We're gonna be fine. I'm not worried. We will succeed. We can do this. They're gonna catch us if we eat the bag. Next week it's like, we have all dressed. Hey, that bag is smaller than the last one. Oh, damn it, we didn't buy the same size. No, we're not gonna do that. We'll be honest if we do. We'll actually tell the truth if that happens. So next thing we want to talk about is our Epicure charity event that we've been doing this last week. So we didn't get too much to talk about it because, again, being sick and all that. But thank you everyone who put in orders. Lara's actually in Zoom with us again tonight. She actually said earlier today there's about 16 orders in the States and about 17 in Canada. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And we just wanted to share with you guys a few of the things we got because we did a video in our group yesterday.
We went live when we opened our...
So we bought a lot of spices, so like there's pesto, there's marinara spice, so we bought a lot of spices.
We love these dessert toppers.
Yes.
We don't use a lot of it, but it's a great sprinkle on top of like your whipped cream for your pudding or for anything like that. It's really, really yummy. Yeah. We tried this one last night, which was the berry one, and it's really good.
We also bought these mac and cheese sauce mixes.
Our favorite sauce mix ever.
Our favorite sauce mix ever. This is one of the reasons why we wanted to do this, because we wanted to order these, and we're like, how are we going to order them? We don't have a party going on. So like, we have to organize something and make it a charity event, and then it came up with all this idea. This is what started it. We wanted mac and cheese, and we wanted it for Christmas.
And when we make it, we have our carbonara recipe, and we use that, and we just mix it with Greek yogurt.
Yeah, with yogurt.
Phenomenal. Some Greek yogurt, a little bit of broth. It's really, really good. It's delicious.
And so we bought this as well, a few of these. Jean-Luc got a bagel mold, as well as it's
a granola, like a granola bar type mold. But you know what I saw Lara make out of it, and she posted on her group? Jello shots. So I was like, this is a really cool Jello shot mold.
We're making some for Christmas. We're making some for Christmas.
We're like, yeah,
we have an old bottle of Sourpuss in the fridge from our old drinking days that is still sitting there.
And we won't drink that. So
we won't drink it.
So like Jello, we'll have a few Jello shots.
You'll see us topple over by New Year's.
Maybe we'll keep it for New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
we'll do that for New Year's Eve. Or both, yeah.
We also bought some pad thai spices, some sweet garlic chicken.
And we do count, we don't have the points counted out for everything right now. Lara has it all in her group.
Lara has her own group.
But when we do it, we're not worried about the points because we know at least it's healthy and we can add those points. Being on blue, it helps us that we know we have those points to work with.
So the sale for the charity event, so again, what we're doing is any host gifts that we're going to get, the Canadian sales, we will be donating the gifts by buying Epicure products and then giving it to a food bank, North York Food Harvest here in Toronto. And then Larry is working with us in the States. He's working in Terre Haute, Indiana with the Catholic Charities.
Catholic Charities, yeah.
So he'll be donating his stuff there. And then Lara's commission that she normally would get for doing this kind of program, she's actually going to donate as a gift card for an actual grocery card from Loblaws
for the food bank. So the food bank can actually go pick up other
So if any of you love Epicure and you want to buy products, we'll post the links again tomorrow morning, again across all social media, just so you guys can have, it's the last day, so we have till 7 p.m. tomorrow night.
If I'm not mistaken, it's 7, right, Lara? Yep, 7 p.m. On December 14th.
Yeah, 7 p.m. to December 14th. So if you already buy Epicure, please buy some. If you don't, then try some out. If you don't at all, that's okay. It's okay. We're very happy with what's happened so far. We're not expecting to have this many. And actually, Lara has her hand up right now, so I can actually.
Hello, Lara. We don't even have a fireplace behind us.
No, I know. The fireplace.
We're so disorganized.
Yeah, I'm actually turning on the speaker. Hey!
Do you want to project?
I just wanted to say thank you again to everyone that's ordered, and to Jean-Luc and Nick and Larry for all the help with this initiative, taking the lead. And also just to let you know that tomorrow's the deadline for the event. But if you want guaranteed shipping before Christmas, today's the cutoff for our Christmas shipping. So just keep that in mind if you're wanting to order. It might be more, it might be better to do it today than to wait till tomorrow. And I see Scott's doing a display. He keeps holding up his packets. I take it your order arrived already, Scott. That's awesome.
Yay,
That's awesome.
Thanks, Scott. That's so cool.
And like I said, it all started because we wanted to order mac and cheese, and this is where it led to. This is where it led to. So
Right on.
who knows when we need mac and cheese again? Maybe we'll do it again.
And I'm happy to do it with anyone in their community.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be at Christmas time. We could do it any time of year. If you wanted to donate your host rewards, maybe to through a church group that you belong to or a food bank. We also have fundraisers for children for anything like a sports group or a choir, anything that you want help with, please reach out to me. I do this as a side job and because I love it, and I'm happy to help anybody with any initiative.
I think
Awesome.
that's a fantastic idea, people. You know what? We are doing it right now at Christmas, but we know that people in need are always in need.
Yeah.
So there's always someone out there that could use a helping hand, and these we sit there and think little things don't go. We at WW, we always say small little actions, small little goals. So this is a small little action that we can do. It might not seem like much, but it is helping
It'll help
someone out there.
It helps someone out there, and that's what this is all about. And there's a few questions in chat. So yes, there is a US link that Lara just posted in chat. So if you can order from the States, and Lara, you probably, if people want to order stuff in the future, they can reach through you as well, because I'm sure you have other parties that are going on at different times of the year, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I have a VIP group where I give 20% off during your birthday month. So
cool.
It's a great way to stay connected, and to order through me in the future I would really appreciate the business. Thank you.
Awesome. Like I said, it's just, we thought of doing this and I'm glad it all worked out. Thank you everyone who has ordered already, and anybody else who's planning to. We thank you so much.
It's something that we might take initiative in doing every so often, trying to find different ways
to help others.
If you guys have any ideas that
Yes.
you think we could do
If
on our
you have
platform,
charity events that you're doing and you want some help with, we love doing this stuff. Like we did it with we did it with A&W.
Yes.
I was like Burger King.
Yeah, we did it with A&W for their Burgers for MS campaign. Was in August.
And we enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, just reach out because we love doing these kinds of things. So next thing on the list was show up here. We've done all this.
Yeah.
So
we forgot to do our our mail call.
Yeah, we're gonna
we
do
haven't
that.
done any mail call yet.
So we got a lot of mail this week.
A lot of mail this week.
So we'll go through it quickly. Not that we're dismissing the amazingness this was all was. It's just there's a lot of it. So we
It's
have
really
to
cool. We ended up getting this beautiful postcard and a letter from a couple we met on our cruise last year in February. And
Carol and John,
and they're actually part of our Facebook group. She posts quite a bit,
Yeah.
and it was awesome to hear from them. And we love them to pieces, and we're just really glad they're doing well.
I had one of my best friends from university actually sent a card with her husband and their two sons. I actually have not met their two sons yet. She has not seen me since I've lost all my weight.
No.
Actually, we were supposed to meet up, but then COVID
happened.
And so she sent the card. So
And the funny thing is they live around the corner
they live
from us
not
now.
far from us. So
Like it's so weird, and we've been here for a year and haven't been able to.
because of
we bumped into her mom at the mall.
Yeah, we bumped into her mom
As we moved here, and then haven't been able to see them since. So it's kind of weird how things happen, right? And then we also got a package from Matilda.
She sent us
a
panettone.
And then she also sent
a nice
us
card.
a nice card and some crema, which is a balsamic glaze. Yes.
She also sent us the owl container.
Yes, the owl container with
the
candy. It's right here.
Yeah.
Like a huge jar.
And we love owls, so we
Love
got that.
this cute little owl jar. It's absolutely adorable, and an actual decoration for the tree that I'll put up right now.
Yes, that one.
Which is absolutely so cute. It's our 2020. It's our 2020 decoration. Us in our little gingerbread house. It's absolutely adorable. Thank you so much, Matilda.
Yeah, thank you so much. We don't expect packages, and when we get something, it's like, oh my god, we got a package! And we got a few of them this week, not just from that, but Epicure came in, so it was like Christmas every day almost. So that's that one. We have to hide stuff because the cats
are getting everywhere.
We also got a package from Charlotte. Thank you so much. We got a nice card and a nice blanket.
Look at this blanket! It's so soft and it's got kitties all over it! Like, look at how cute this is. Isn't it adorable? And it's nice and soft and warm and cozy. And now I have my own blanket on the couch.
He won't have to steal.
I don't have to steal his anymore.
I can keep my blanket now.
Thanks.
I won't share.
It's okay, I have the cute one.
We also got a bunch of cards. So from Shelby, we got, thank you for the card, Shelby. We got one from Deanna and Dawson and Mia. We got one from Donna. Hi, Donna. She's here tonight, so thank you, Donna. We got a card from Sherry. I don't know if Sherry's here tonight. I think she watches this on replay. And Debbie's also here tonight. So Debbie Mocha, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Like, we go to our P.O. box, and every time we walk, they actually know us now.
That was hilarious. So
they know who we are.
Matilda's box was in the back, and normally when you go to our P.O. box is about this big. So I go up to the box, and I open the door, and there's all these cards, and they're all like actual cards addressed to us. And normally if there's a package, there's a slip that you give to the attendant at the post office and they'll go back. There's no slip. So I'm about to leave and the lady comes running after me. She goes, no, you have a package. I'm like, well, there's no slip. She goes, oh, we just got it. And she knew who it was. Like, it was insane.
She knew it was for us.
She knew it was for us. It made me laugh.
Our P.O. Box people know us at Shoppers Drug Mart. So it's kind of crazy.
Even with a mask.
Even with a mask, you recognize us. That's pretty
mask.
Crazy. So, if anybody in Zoom wants to chat, please raise your hand. One thing we wanted to talk about in terms of you were going to talk about things you love. Remember about running?
Yeah, someone was talking.
With Lisa, I think.
It was
on Thornhill.
There was 3 of them. There was Lisa, Tracy, and somebody else. I can't remember all their names.
Yeah.
But someone mentioned that she started running and how much she loved running. And she said, I love running now because someone mentioned to me about running and I never thought I would like it again and I'm back at it. And then somebody else said the same thing and was like, yeah, that person influenced me to run. And what it was so cool to hear is not the commonality of running, but the commonality of they all said it was something they loved doing. And it was something they all found a passion for. And it made me think of every single one of us. We have passions for things, and we need to keep those passions at the forefront of our journeys, because when you have something you love to do, you're gonna want to do it again and again.
For example, step class for us is something that makes us happy.
We didn't do it today. And
we didn't do it today.
I was jonesing. I was like,
But not just that, when we actually do step class,
it makes us
happy. Like, I love, and the other day, I had to get more calories for my watch the other day.
Because I move more during the day.
And so I had to finish up and do a few more tracks. So I literally went through I know all the releases by heart now. So I literally went to each release and fast forwarded to the song I love the most of that release, and then did the one song, then pressed pause, went to another release, found the song, started playing, did that one, then did that because I just picked songs I enjoyed. I was basically dancing for 4 minutes at a time, doing some different moves every single time, and I love to dance. So I was enjoying myself and just having fun, getting lost in step.
And you were almost doing like a HIIT workout, because you do a high intensity performance and then take a pause of a break, to find the next song.
And I was doing
you were doing intervals, and that's really good. Like, think about that kind of stuff. Like, even changing up your routine, where if you're doing a regular class, stop every so often. Like, get really high, get as fast as you can go, to your pace, of course. Everybody's pace is different, but get a little more robust with your workout, and then slow down a little bit, and then then bring your heart back up a little bit.
But the reason
smart.
The reason we bring this up is because these ladies in this workshop were talking about how they get this high from running now. This joy, and how they didn't understand how they didn't understand before how people can get joy from doing that activity. And so when we were hearing that, it's like, wow, for us, I enjoy running. I do enjoy running, but only in the summer. I don't like it on a treadmill. I don't like it in winter. I don't like it when it's cold. I have to be in shorts and a t-shirt or a muscle shirt and running outside. That's how I enjoy running. So we only do it in the spring and the summer. But for Jean-Luc, he doesn't love running that much. It's not his favorite thing, but he loves step. The glow I get from running in the summer, or the glow that they get from running any time of the year because they love it, he gets from step class.
Oh,
And you might get that glow from your walk. You might get that glow from your what's that biking thing that everyone's doing now?
Everyone's doing, yes. Lynn has one.
Yes,
I think
the
Charlotte
QB
has one. The
or
QB, yeah,
the
because
QB.
even
Marilyn
has one now.
Yeah,
Marilyn, we
has
saw
one.
her in a workshop, and she's like, "I got my QB," and she's like
was like
cubing
this.
away. It was so cute.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. So when you get that glow from the activity you do, that's when you start enjoying it. That's when you want to do it forever, and that's when it becomes part of your journey. See,
And
sometimes what you're doing today might not be the exact thing you want, but you need to maybe change it. Maybe you're walking on a treadmill every day, and that's your activity. Maybe you need to move your treadmill in front of your TV, because that adds the extra piece to your treadmill walking. That'll make it more entertaining for you, that you'll be able to enjoy it.
And remember that not just the activity part of your journey needs to be fun. Every single part of your journey has to have some fun a part of it.
Yeah.
Your food part, your activity part, your mindset part. You have to have fun during this journey. You have to make it something that's going to be enjoyable.
If you dread doing what you're doing, you won't want to do it forever. If every day you're thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I have to do this again, you won't want to do it forever because you don't like it. If you get up and say, oh wow, I can't wait to do my step class.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I'm so looking forward to my walk today. Oh wow, I can't wait to eat my lunch. It's going to be so nutritious and delicious. When you start having those thoughts, it's replacing those, oh, I can't believe I have to have a salad. I can't believe I have to do this. That's what you have to find. You have to find the pieces that work for you to make it fun and enjoyable so that you want to do this for the rest of your life.
So say no to those things that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't need to do things you don't want to.
Yeah.
Say yes to the things you want to do.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely the message. So let's go open some
Yes,
chat.
let's talk to
So
some people.
the first person, I know Janet had her hand up like right away at the beginning. So
Oh, she's a keener.
hi, Janet.
Hey guys, Nick, I'm so glad you're feeling better. Yeah, my head was getting tired just hanging up there.
Wait a minute, your hair? Our hair was getting tired too.
I love you guys' haircuts, by the way.
I have to explain that.
Yeah, I'm taking it off because
I saw that the other day. So, two things. First, thanks to Jana and her Merry Fitness Challenge, plus my Jolly Jingle Jaunt. So today is day 13. I do a plank challenge, I do a squat challenge, I do a minimum of walking 30 minutes. Obviously there was no body today, so I ended up, it was really nice. It was foggy, but it was like 60 out here today because before the cold and the snow. So I ended up going out for a 30-minute walk first, and then during Larry's workshop, I basement walked for 45 minutes. So I added up just right now for my, because my Jolly Jingle Jaunt is a minimum of a 10K. It had from, and it's a minimum. So from December 1st to December 31st, you have to do a minimum of the 10K. So as of today, I have completed 4 10Ks in 13 days. I've got 42.323.
So you basically killed it 4 times.
Kilometers, right, just because of this, between Jana and the Jolly Jingle Jaunt.
that's insane.
Right, it's just, all I'm doing is, if all I can say only, because I said if I can only get in 30 minutes, whether it's outside, and I said this November 30th for my December goals, it was at least 30 minutes outside, and then weather permitting, because hey, I live in Massachusetts, it could be a crapshoot, or 30 minutes in the basement, walk, jog. So if I get more, that's fine. I set my timer from the time I go out till the time I actually.
You know what
come
you
back.
did? You
Like,
set yourself boundaries and you achieved your goal because of doing that. That's exactly what it is. You
so
gave
it
yourself.
feels so good.
That's amazing. And guess what? You're famous, Janet, because someone on Facebook just said, where is she? I know Janet from our WW's Danvers virtual group. How fun is this? How cool is that?
Who is that?
Her name is Sarah Francois. So she's like
She's
talking
watching
about
right
you
now.
on Facebook right now. So Janet, look at that.
I said hi. That's so
She can hear you right now.
You can say hi to her yourself.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, Janet. You just said it right there. Setting goals is what really drives you. And sometimes those goals can be lofty, But sometimes if you have the drive to get to those lofty goals without being discouraged, they're great for you.
Again, maybe the word goal is not the word you should be using to be setting
Are
things.
you replacing another word?
Maybe, because sometimes...
Achievement.
Yeah, I want to achieve something.
Achievement.
Find words that
And-
work for you.
Achievement. And the fact of the saying no, since lifetime and everything, I've allowed myself, because in the past, if I say no, like, it's gonna be a wicked good cookie or a cupcake or something, but I'm not just gonna have like a generic store-bought chocolate chip cookie. That shit ain't gonna happen, sorry. So if I'm gonna say, and I found out, if I'm gonna say no, then I'm gonna deprive myself, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat everything around until I get that wicked good chocolate chip cookie I want. So I have a 2-bite rule that it has to be absolutely amazing. So it can be cupcake, cookie, any chocolate.
As long as you have your 2 bites, right?
2 bites. I have 2 bites, but it's not like I'm shoving the whole bite
No.
in my mouth. I'm taking a little bite, and then I'm taking the second bite, and then after that, I don't care how amazing it is. It goes in the trash.
I love it.
So this way, I'm not depriving myself, and I have a 2-bite rule.
Yep. And that's, again, creating a boundary and creating something that you know you can follow.
Yeah.
So thanks again for sharing, Janet.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. So next we have Devin.
Devin!
Hi, boys.
Hi, Devin. How are you?
I'm good. Nick, I'm glad you're feeling better because I felt bad when you told us.
Thanks. Yeah, it's like I said, I'm very transparent about my mental health issues. I have been from the get-go, from the last, I think, year or so, kind of relaying. If you guys go, it's funny, because if you guys go back in the history of our channel, you'll see December, November, in the last 2 years, there's always a gradual decline of our content every single year. And it's
Actually,
always...
this year is a lot higher than normal still because we're home.
We're home, and it was one of the things that we were trying to, it was one of our goals to try to keep a
We
sense
have
of...
not forgotten, I'm going to say this, we have not forgotten about our September is the new January videos.
All
that
those
we've
videos
posted.
you guys all filmed in
They're
our
all
group.
in our group still, so that's something that we've been thinking about quite a bit, which...
And
Oh.
I had an idea to do something for January,
Yeah.
so...
So, sorry about that, Devin, they just made us think of that
Yeah,
real
sorry.
quick. Back to
Oh.
Devin. Look over there.
No, though, I've been pre-tracking along the way, been sticking to my budget and thinking about all the tips that you've been giving me for like a guide through the week, and just been doing that. And
Awesome.
my big jug of water.
Look at
That's
that.
awesome. That's actually, water is a very important key factor in the weight loss journey.
Yep.
For us, it's been...
Your haircut, Jean-Luc.
Pardon me?
I love your haircut.
Oh, thank you.
Do you guys, so we can
It's
explain
a
how
little
this
shorter
happened.
than,
We can explain how this happened, okay? So Saturday we did 2 workshops.
no, 4.
2 first.
Yeah, we did 2 workshops.
We did 2 workshops, and we worked out, and we were a sweaty mess, and then we did a 3rd workshop. And in that workshop, my hair was a mess. And after the workshop, I turned.
We were gonna go shower right away, but
Yeah.
then we did a phone call with the kids.
Yeah.
And we sat there in this sweaty,
And I
yucky,
stank, and my hair was just like matted, and I was like, I can't take this
We can't.
anymore. We literally walked to the shower, plugged in our razor, and I went, shh, and I was like, that was it. And then he had to fix it all up,
Yeah.
and then I did his after, and they were like, that's it.
It was fun. I had never shaved my own head before, and I was like, he was gonna do it for me. I'm like, no, I need to do the first cut myself. That way I know it's gonna get done. So I did it, and I was like, what a feeling that is. I honestly felt like, I don't know, it was a liberating thing, like to really do that, to do it yourself.
Yeah.
To have somebody else do it for you, different, because the last
It's
time.
not our ideal haircut, we will say this. Like, we prefer when Susan cuts her hair.
Definitely.
Like, we prefer our regular, but this is better than the mess I had before. So it's like the lesser of 2
But
evils.
you're adorable every time we see you.
Oh, you're
Thanks,
too sweet, Devin. Thank
so
you,
much,
thank you.
Love you guys.
Love
you
you.
too.
Let's go to, look over there, Rosie.
Is Jada here?
Hi all.
Hello,
Rosie.
Rosie.
So when you guys were talking about the exercise and running, I don't know, I do videos on them, as you all know, almost every day I do a video. And one of the things I actually talked about this week was how much doing this extra exercise, the 30 minutes in the office boardroom at lunchtime and taking that time. But it also made me realize that I actually have moved into what I would say is I now call myself an athlete.
I love that.
And I would never in a million years, I'm one of those people who hated exercise, who hate, when I go and do any sport, I'd be a big goofball because I was uncomfortable, and it's not necessarily, I was uncomfortable with myself, but the running was just one step of creating this idea that, I'm doing HIIT classes, I'm doing all sorts of things that I never would have thought I would ever do. And it made me went, I think you're actually an athlete because you like the idea of going out and going hiking and doing all these things that you would never have in a million years, right?
And Rosie, what you just said there is kind of something we shared today in the Thornhill workshop. After everybody had left, a group about, I think, 30 people stayed behind. Yeah. And we kind of discussed with them how, the two guys, and I think you're kind of the same, what you're trying to say right here, Rosie, is the same thing we were feeling. 3 years ago, Jean-Luc and Nick were never the kind of guys to say, oh, I would love to go for a walk right now. Or, oh wow, let's book an adventure at an adventure park and go climb rock wall climbing and do that kind of stuff. You would have never heard that out of us back then. And I think, Rosie, you're probably saying the same thing. Because you started the running and doing the walking, all these other things, now you're saying, oh, maybe I'll try this, which is something you never would have even attempted before.
Yeah, I mean, and admittedly, I've always been a walker. I just always have been. For me, it's not exercise because it's about clearing my head. But I've also discovered that when I run, the same thing is now starting to happen where it clears my head. When I'm doing whatever exercise, my brain, everything goes out. And I think that's something that often people who are professional athletes get to this point, sort of like a zone.
Yeah.
But what I also want to say to people is that exercise can be whatever you want it to be. And you don't have to feel like it should be, everybody's running now, so I need to run.
No,
because
exactly.
Not everybody's going to be a runner.
And I think, Rosie, that's what I was trying to pinpoint with the whole point about getting your high from your activity. You need to find what gives you that high. Running might not be it.
And I think I think the other thing is there are people who are. There's another thing of this I actually wanted to say besides this part having to do with saying no, but is that we don't let ourselves say, you know what, this isn't working for us. I have to keep going through this, even if you hate it.
Yeah.
And then you end up in these wheels, which goes to my other thing, which is the other thing I was talking about was about no. And I was in a meeting where somebody was talking about, I feel really bad because people bring me these treats.
Yeah.
And they made them for me, and I said, you know what? I think it's okay for us to say to people, you know what? I appreciate, and I know I understand you're doing this from love, but for me, I can't eat that. It's not helping me in my journey. You can do it in a nice way, because half the time, most of those people don't realize it.
And it doesn't.
And why is it that why do I have to make?
And it doesn't need to be just for treats. And I don't know how many times I've said this story before where we were going to my friend's house in Windsor for dinner, and her husband wanted to make sous vide steak for dinner. And I knew making Nick a steak for dinner was not gonna do anything for him.
I don't like steak.
He
that
doesn't
much.
like steak.
I'm not.
So why make her spend this extra money on this huge
when a
piece
cheaper
of meat
chicken breast?
when I know if she just puts a chicken breast on the barbecue, he will be in heaven.
That's my favorite.
I will feel like she's wasting money on something that he's gonna be sitting there going, I can't believe I have to eat
And the
this.
fact is, I understand that people love you and want to do things,
Yeah.
but it's also but the fact is, why is it that I have to sacrifice how I feel to say, okay, thank you for the 2 dozen chocolate chip cookies that I don't want,
and
that I know I'm going to eat in a sitting.
And Rosie, we've also raised the point to at one point where we were visiting with our friends Rob and Steve earlier this year, and we had brought up our motto of every day is a Monday. And I think we shared this story before, but every day is a Monday. As serial dieters and food addicts, everybody in the room right now today, we know what every day is a Monday means, because we know we always start on Mondays, or we always start in January.
Or the next meal. We always have that mentality. We can always start over again.
We always say, I'll start on Monday, I'll start on Monday. That's always like the mentality we have. But when we told them our motto, they were like, oh, I hate that saying. I hate Mondays. Mondays is going back to work. I have to wake up. I can't stay up late Sunday night. And so because they've never had weight issues, they don't understand what it is to have a Monday or restarting on a Monday. So why is it that we assume everybody else in the world understands what we're going through? If they've never had a weight issue, have never had to diet in their life, they don't understand where we're coming from. So sometimes you have to explain to them why you're doing this. Why do you have a problem? I am still to this day a food addict. If you put me in a room filled with poutine, I will eat the entire room in one sitting. I cannot control myself. I love it too much. I am a food addict. But what I've done...
But then to have someone to say, hey, here, Nick, I've made this poutine for you, lovingly made you poutine. And they mean it from kindness, but they don't think about it. And it's just
exactly
and saying to them, you don't have to be awful and say, damn you, you made me this and now I'm going to be fat or something like that. You don't have to put it that way. You say, you know what, I appreciate the love you put into this. However, it's kind of contradictory to what I need.
Someone in Facebook, Rachel, asked, what can you do to stop discouraging yourself when you think activities that everybody else is doing is too challenging? Basically,
I modify. Hey, I do the Fit On app, and some of those things, because I'm worried about my needs, I just modify.
But I always say, and I'll equate this to something. We have to stop comparing ourselves to other people. We are not all the same. We are all different genders. We are all raised differently. We all live in different places. We are all different in body shapes, body dispositions. We are all different people. What I can do, he can't even do, and we live together. We are not the same. So you need to look at yourself and see what your strengths are and what your things are, and then find comfort and success in what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
If you're a knitter and someone says, I want you to start crocheting, but you're an expert knitter and you know how to do that, it's going to be hard to do the crocheting, so you'll want to go back to your knitting. It's about picking what you are good at and what helps you succeed.
And sometimes it takes time to figure out what you're good at.
Yeah.
Don't expect to find something right away.
And that's why I say, if it's not working for you, stop and figure something out. It's okay to stop and say, not going to do it.
And it doesn't mean you won't go back to whatever you were struggling with originally.
And it doesn't mean you're a failure, which is what I think why people do it, is they worry they're a failure.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rosie, for sharing, because I know that especially the no topic is something that we all need to learn, and I know it's something that a lot of us struggle with. And I know that it's funny because we all think we're being mean. We all think we're being insulting to other people. But really, if you actually if you take yourself and put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand where they're coming from, and then try to decipher what you're trying to do as well and discuss it together, because we had the same problem.
I will say this. There are people you're going to be able to say no to because that's what you need to say to certain people. There are people you're going to be able to have a conversation with and a discussion with, so you guys can move and grow together on your journey and on their journey. And some people will be willing to that.
We're lucky our families and friends have embraced us completely and helped us along.
And I think what ends up happening is you as a human need to start we as humans, not you, I'm sorry, not meaning to us, we need to start figuring out where we can set boundaries with the people that we are around as well.
Yeah.
And where we can set those boundaries by sometimes having to say no to some people, because that is powerful. And by saying no to them, we're saying yes to us, because we need to be the priority.
Yeah, and it's not selfish, it's self-care.
It's self-care.
We talked about that earlier, right?
It's complete self-care.
So Jojo is up next. Hi, Jojo.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Hey, doing okay.
Two things real quick. First of all, I made one of your Jell-O pies and absolutely love it. Again, I made it. And the other thing is, I wanted to thank you both so much for coming to my workshop the other day. Nick, when I found out that you weren't feeling well, you never acted like you were not feeling well at all.
So what happened is that day we did cancel 2 workshops that day during the daytime, and I felt horrible about it already. So one of them was Antonetta's actually workshop. We were gonna go do her daytime workshop, and I felt horrible sending her a message saying that we could make it. And I had a feeling that your workshop was closing that day, and I knew that if we weren't gonna show up that day, we could never show up again. And so I was like, I have to show up. So I put on my brave face and I put on my my big boy pants, and I came on and I I tried to be and you know what it did though is it got me out of my funk. It got me out of my funk.
Completely did.
Yeah, it completely got me out of my funk. After that workshop, I was smiling again. I was good. I was smiling again. I was it got me out of my funk a bit, even though I went back down the next day. But that's what's helping now. Like the workshops that we do every day is one of the pieces that helps us get out of our darkness sometimes, because we get pulled back out by just the support and everybody's just their stories and everybody else getting through things. Like when you hear someone who's struggling with something that's even worse than we're struggling with, and like I went and got through it and I did this, and it's like, oh wow, they went through that ordeal, and I'm just talking about the fact that I have too much work and I'm stressed about it and it's driving me crazy and I can't cope with it and I'm having a meltdown and now I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like it makes you kind of refocus.
Well, it makes you know you know what I mean? We always compare ourselves, but everybody goes through their own. Everybody has their own issues, and we should never compare anybody's issues because we don't know what other people are going through. And it could be not only just one little thing, it could be multiple things that are happening in people's lives.
And I'll note something right now, because Laura said in chat too, and Jody just said it, you never could tell that there was something wrong with me. And that's the thing, guys. A lot of us put on a face or put on an impression when we have to deal with life. You can see someone, the happiest person, Robin Williams, perfect example,
Yes.
actor, comedian, loved by many people, and no one knew how much he struggled behind the scenes, right? And so I'm openly talking about it because I'm hoping never to go down the path where I end up like he had.
Because
I'm trying to make sure that I don't end up that number, and that's why I talk about it.
When you don't talk about it is when you get lost in it even more so.
Yeah. So if you struggle, talk about it. Find a person you can confide in. Find someone that you call. There's hotlines out there. Find someone to talk to help you through that darkness. Reach out to a friend. Reach out to anyone. I'm sure someone out there will be there to lend just even be a shoulder for you to cry on. Okay. I had him and all of you because I posted in a group and then you all commented below and I didn't comment or like. I commented a bit back on a few, but I let it go and I just let it. And I was reading it and it boosted me back up. So thank you everyone and. Thanks, Jojo. Thanks.
Thank you. Everyone loved it, and I really appreciate it, and I'm so glad you're doing better. So thank you.
It's very strange for me because I never got in and out of it so much back in the day. It used to be I got in it and I was in it for a while. So it's very strange for me that this fall I've been able to, because it's not the first time. Obviously, I've been very honest about it. It's not my first time that's happened this fall, but I get out of it a lot quicker.
Different. It's just different. Yeah. It never is the same. You know what I mean? We all evolve. We change, and things are different. Right now, COVID has a huge part of it, guys. Yeah. Like it's been tough. We've been doing well, but it's getting to us too. It is getting to us
too. Like it's not just we are also starting to feel.
I bawled the other night because Keiko's came and paid attention to me. Like, I cried because my cat gave me attention. Like, it was insane. And it's so funny that, anything right now is, we watched a movie last night and made us both bawl.
Family Stone.
The Family Stone, which is a Christmas movie. But it's hilarious, but it's so sad at the same time.
I bawled the entire time because and funny because I watched it before. I didn't cry as much as I did yesterday, but I think everything happening in the world right now is just amplifying those emotions we're all feeling. Yeah. And I think it's happening for every emotion. Happiness, anger, sadness. When they're hitting us right now, they're hitting us to the extreme every single time. But there's no small happinesses or small anger or small sadness. It's all sad, angry, or happy. And that's what's really hard right now. And I think we're all going through this, and it's going to get even tougher because we're all being locked down even more here in Canada. So 2 more regions in our province got locked down as of tomorrow. So my mom, his mom is being locked, and her city is being locked down as of Monday. So the city north of us is being locked down. So we're surrounded by locked cities now.
We are, but you know what? We're doing the best we can, and that's all we can hope for, right? Things will get better. I believe it.
I believe it too. That's why we always say, look for the lemonade. Yeah. Or look for the silver lining.
That silver lining will get here.
So we will get to Leo and Sue right after. We're running really late already. It's already 7:59. So a few updates for the week. So we have released all our schedule for the end of the year. So we're doing next Saturday is our virtual dance party. I'm weighing in at Lifetime. And we're also releasing a recipe that day. Our cheese sticks recipe right before 1 point cheese sticks coming out on that day as well. So you'll have 2 things happening that day. Next Sunday, we're back with our regular
Fireside
chat. Then on...
We've actually added there's an impromptu fireside chat on December 31st, starting at 11:30 p.m. We want to bring in the New Year's with all of our WW peeps.
Yeah.
And we want to say bye-bye to 2020. Like, we're calling it bye-bye 2020, but...
Bye-bye, Mo Cowboys.
She's Mitsu.
Bye-bye,
Mona Deo. Oh, I knew Leo would sing along to that one.
She brought it up yesterday, too.
That's hilarious. So that was a song we used to sing.
YouTube it. YouTube. Bye bye Mo Cowboy.
Yeah, by Mitsu.
By Mitsu. M-I-T-S-O-U.
Yeah.
And then you'll find it. It's hilarious.
I don't know what Jana has there, but that's she's showing something in a box over there. But we wanted to celebrate New Year's with all of you, and we knew all of us would be home, and what better way to have a fireside chat? We'll do some dancing for a little bit.
So what we wanted to ask you guys is if you can spread the word.
Yes.
We would love this to be a big bash. We're going to be on live, all 3 platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Zoom. We'll be live just like we are tonight. It'll be more of a reminisce of 2020, the good of 2020.
We want to pull the good out of 2020. As much as 2020 we know has been difficult, challenging, interesting, overwhelming, but we want to pull the good out. We want to talk about good things, and then let's talk about
2021.
What we're going to do in 2021.
Yep.
And how we're going to feel about this journey in 2021.
Yep. So, and then the other thing that we have scheduled is our December 25th, Christmas Day. We actually made the schedule today.
We don't have it here?
No, I think I forgot to print it. Oh, I did. No, I did print it.
We did print it, I thought.
did not.
Oh, we did not print it.
Okay, so we do have a full schedule for that. Let me just try to remember. 8 a.m. we're going to be working out. At 10 a.m. we're doing a scavenger hunt. At 12 we're doing lunch and chat. At 2 we're doing What's the Meme?
Yeah, What's the Meme?
At 4 we're actually going to go for a walk.
We're going to go for a walk in our
outside.
neighborhood and show you guys all the Christmas lights in our neighborhood.
So we're hoping you guys will also go for a walk.
We'll probably sing outside and while we're doing it because we might as well, right?
And then at 5 we're going to be making dinner.
Yes.
And we're going to end the night by doing
Christmas carol and dancing.
And then
for the last hour. So just again to reiterate, the Zoom room will be open all day. You guys will be able to come in and chat with each other. We'll be on and off. The specific times where we'll be having events will be just
posted. We'll be sharing.
Yeah, we'll be sharing that. And then, so feel free to come in and chat whoever's in here. If we're not on the screen right away, we will jump in just to say hi to everybody.
Yeah, because we're gonna take breaks. Like after we work out, we're gonna go shower. But we're not bringing you to shower with us. No. Sorry, we're leaving you here.
It's not that type of show.
Not that type of show. So we will be off screen during the shower scene of this series. But Leo's like this. But we'll be back after the shower to continue the day.
And I like how Rosie's thinking psycho. She's like total psycho moment. I saw that, Rosie. Yes.
So that's happening on December 25th. And again, we have it all scheduled out. All the events are created on our page. If you guys are joining us, the only thing we ask is please share. We would love to have a lot of people come on December 31st, really. The countdown, I know a lot of people are going to be at home mostly, so we would love to have all the WW members from across Canada and the US just all getting together to celebrate the 2021 coming.
And just another heads up on the 25th. The 25th is a private event, just to let you know. Like, as far as we're not filming anything, nothing is live on that day.
Nope.
That is just an open house for people to come chat.
So nothing will be displayed from that day.
You will not see anything on that day on any social media.
Yeah, we're keeping that private, secure for everyone to just
so that way my mom will possibly come in. Fingers crossed.
Crossing his mom will join us at some
point.
Maybe
once or twice, hopefully.
We're trying. And then this week we're doing some virtual workshop visits on Monday. We're in Winnipeg a lot this week. So Monday we're in Winnipeg with Susan. Tuesday in Thornhill with Sergio. Wednesday Winnipeg again with Susan.
And then Thursday we're in Brantford. And then on Saturday we're in Thornhill, San Antonio, Texas, Winnipeg, and Beaverton.
And then on Sunday we're in Baldwin, New York again, and El Cerrito, California with Martha. So if any of you guys have workshop requests, please send them our way. We still accept them.
Yeah.
I actually had to wipe out like 50 of them because all of them disappeared. So we're down to the 70 requests now instead of 130. So it's a little bit more manageable for us too. So we're able to reduce some of that. And we're actually catching up in Canada now because we had a lot of backlogs because, again, there's so many workshops on Mondays and Wednesdays. It's been very hard to schedule them, but we're slowly catching up. I'm still trying to get your requests from
Mom is
someone.
watching. My mom is on Facebook watching. But Mom, we want you in Zoom on Christmas Day.
Yeah, in Zoom.
But thank you for watching.
Yeah.
I'm glad you are.
And then you want to do, okay, so a few reminders, our Facebook group,
Yes.
WGays, Friends, Fans, and Family.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and TikTok.
Canada Connect at WGays-JLUC at WGays-NICK.
And the US Connect is at the WWGays.
Website is www.gays.com.
Tongue twister.
Our P.O. Box is P.O. Box 91152, Bayview Village, Willowdale, Ontario, M2K2Y6. And our email is www.gays@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for everyone for joining us, and have a great, I don't know, are you copying me now? Are you lip-syncing me?
Yes, I was.
You're so mean.
I was doing a good job too.
You're so mean. Anyways, have a great night, everyone. Zoom will be right back, but Facebook and YouTube.
Bye, everybody.
See you next week.
Have a great night.
Weigh in next week. I might be at Lifetime next week. Maybe.